Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. And yeah, thought we'd do another video. A few things have happened past a week or so. You won't see much here straight away, but you will see in a minute. Tank's doing really good. No issues at all with the tank. Everything's thriving. All parameters are all in check and stuff. But yeah. But one thing you will see is you'll see I've added more new fish to the tank. Now these were added 2 days ago, and they seem to be doing really good. I've got some there as well, and some here. They have been together. I don't know why those have gone over there for some strange reason, but yeah, they've all been circling up in like a school of fish, which is exactly what I wanted. And there's a bit more life in the tank. Now you're probably wondering why I've got them so small. I won't go too close to the glass because just in case they dart off, but we'll try and zoom in. So yeah, so basically I got these 9 chromus, added these to the tank. And the reason I got them small was because basically if they feel threatened in any sort of way, then I've seen them, actually, to be fair, and they dart right in and out of the stylopoda. Now there's enough gaps in there for their tiny little body to go into, and yeah, they literally dart into the sides and the back, and they even dive into this green ceratopia as well. And they dive in basically like just to get away from any unwanted attention, especially from these two. As you know, these two are like the crazy ones. They don't like any other fish being added. The other fish, to be fair, have got on well with them. They've not even, I mean, said that the Ben guy, when I first added it, he wanted to have a look and see what was happening. Chased him a little bit, but now he just seems to settle just back into his own little thing. He just hovers around in the centre of the tank, doesn't do much, just does his thing. But yeah, he's not bothered him now. He's done really good. But like I said, the clownfish, they did start mithering them and pestering them. But like I said, they just basically dart into the stylo, which is one good thing, I suppose. You know, with having these 3 huge colonies sort of thing, they should just basically go in there and there's no problems. But other than that, guys, yeah, we've finally added some more fish. So I've not got 5 now, I've got 14 fish, which is a good sign. And yeah, all doing well, all going well. I've not lost any. I did get 9. How many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so they're all still going, which is a good sign. But only time will tell. And if you notice, they're all exactly the same size. So usually, if you get some bigger ones or slightly larger than the other one, than a couple of them, basically they'll tend to go after them. And you know, from past experience, they don't last long. The other ones just basically bully them to death. And yeah, they don't really survive, to be fair. So if you do get any you know, shoal of them, try and get them, you know, either from the same batch or, you know, from the same you know, similar sort of size, because that's always the best way, in my opinion anyway, and in my like I said, from what I've dealt with before. But overall, let's have a look at the tank. The tank is doing really good. This is as you'll see, this is sliming up here, and that's because when I'm using the scraper here, I've been knocking them off. I've been knocking the actual tips off because they're growing right to the edge, literally to the edge of the tank. We'll see if you can see from here. The light is so bright there, as you can see. It's just, I mean, it's crazy. Just the amount of like growth, especially on this. This is just, I mean, it probably comes to the point where I might have to just chop this, to be fair. I might actually just cut this completely and do it like a couple of big colonies. To be fair, it's just like, and then see where we go. I'm actually having a look. So if I cut this then we'll be able to see everything else all around it. So in fact, I am going to do that. That's what I'm going to do, because like I said, I've got that huge colony here of it, which is just growing crazy. And since obviously going on to Corals Essentials, it's just grown and grown. Everything just seems to grow and grow. I mean, that's a good thing, but when you've got limited real estate in your tank, as you know, guys, it is a bit tricky to try and keep everything happy. And, you know, you are going to get some deaths and stuff like that, but it is what it is. There's nothing you can do to it. But one thing I do want to mention was I also received a parcel earlier on in this week. Sorry, was it this week or last week? Yeah, I think it was the end of last week, I think. And basically what I've got is, you'll know what I've got going on, is I've got the new Coral Essentials Coral Power Grow. I've got this, yeah, and I've also got the Coral Power Amino. So we've got that as well. Now, if you're noticing why these bottles are in black and that's white, basically these bottles were spare bottles that I have, and the reason I do it, the reason I have these is because these were the old redsea bottles, and the redsea bottles contained the automatic the tops with the dosing cable tube on the inside of it as well. So basically I kept these. I've had them in the cupboard for ages and ages, and I kept these purposely just in case, you know, of anything that like this, for instance, yeah. So the Corals Essentials, they don't have these just have these tops. Now, I have reached out to Phil and asked him if maybe, you know, Corals Essentials could maybe do, you know, use these sort of tops. Like I said, these sort of tops what redsea use, and yeah, I think it'll be a lot better. So I've took that off. I've put the sticker on the black bottle, and yeah, so that's what we're dosing in there. And then we've topped up, like I said, all of the calcium, alkalinity and magnesium. Now, it's early days what's been going on really with this. So, you know, I've only been dosing it a week or so. So like I said, it's going to take time. But if it's anything like the coral, the CVE and the Coral Power Food, then I just honestly can't wait. I think it's going to be fantastic, and yeah, I think the tank will just flourish even more. Another thing I have done this week, guys, so I've been pretty busy this week. As you know, I think I mentioned it last video about the roller filter wasn't working. That's working absolutely perfect now. All going well. Everything is fine after I've changed the rubber balls on this. That's done. Like I said, I cleaned the NIOS. I cleaned that out. I cleaned the spare one as well. But what I did do, guys, was I also, let me just shut this so there's no movement. So basically what I did was I also cleaned the sump from all of the detritus and stuff that was in here. I gave that a good clean, and as you can see, there's hardly any dirt. Oops, sorry about that, guys. There's hardly any dirt in the sump no sand or anything like that. So it's, yeah, I gave it a really good clean. So that's another job ticked off the list that I tend to do. I don't really do that often, to be fair, but what I did use, and I'm sure I filmed it in one of my videos, was in the sump I've got one of those vacs, you know, those the little seat tray vat, and with the VCA nozzle. I use that to basically suck all the sand out, and I just basically use an old filter sock, attach a couple of washing clips, you know, washing line clips, attach a couple of them to it, onto the sump, onto the edge of the sump there, and then I just basically suck it, feed the tube into the water, into the filter sock, so the water stays in the tank, and all of the rubbish and the crap all gets caught, and yeah, it's perfect. So that's what I tend to do when I do that, but I do that every maybe 6 months, 6 to 8 months I usually do that. I don't do that all the time, but yeah, like I said, guys, really happy that these have settled in, and usually the first day or two is usually the trickiest. You usually find that you do lose 1 or 2 of them, but you know what, so far so good. They're all here, they're all doing well, and they're loving the flow. As you can see, they're battling in the flow, which is really good. But there's something about chromas which I really do like. I mean, you all know about my chromas that I had, the big monsters that I had. I love them. I really did love them, and it was just such a shame that they all passed away near enough at the same time, which was strange. But hopefully these little guys will take off and they'll stay. But like I said, quick look at the tank. Overall, guys, everything is just doing as per usual, to be fair. No problems at all. You know, corals are looking really healthy, you know, and things like that. I am going to be thinking of doing another video. A guy's reached out to me about doing a video on his tank. So maybe, you know, added to another playlist of the tanks. And there's little Lily. She's come out to say hello. One thing I did add is I added about 10 packs of pods for the little one, and she just goes around doing her thing. And as you can see, look, no eye on this side here, which is really strange, but yeah, beautiful. Definitely one of my favourite fish. Absolutely love this little dude. And like I said, I was going to get a, you know, a male, but I think it might be a bit not a good idea, to be fair. So, but yeah, overall, like I said before, all the tank is doing really good, guys. It basically just runs itself, doesn't it? You know, the tank. This dude is still got patches of black on him. I mean, he's chunky, really fat fish, chunky fish. Absolutely no problems whatsoever. And he's not as shy as he was. And these clownfish are not as shy as well. And then we have the torch, which is doing well, which is squashed up against this. And then we have the barley slimer, the Pikachu, which I said before is just looking fantastic. And then we have this one here, which is just looking amazing. If the light goes off it, yeah, I can't focus on this phone. Oh, there we go. The polyp extension on that is absolutely fantastic now. And then we've got the PC Rainbow, which is just growing and growing. So really can't wait for that to take off. More and more nubs all coming up, and yeah, we're having to keep trimming. We're having to keep trimming the Miyagi Taut back, because obviously that PC Rainbow, we don't want anything happening to that one. So we're gonna keep that growing, and fingers crossed that'll just turn into an absolute stunner there. Yeah, really looking forward to that. But like I said, guys, just a quick one. As you know, I just don't do regular uploads, to be fair. It's just I'm basically having time. But hopefully, fingers crossed, the next upload I might have a couple more fish into the tank, or maybe one or two more. I've got my eyes on a couple of them, which I'm thinking of getting, but we'll see. I was so tempted to get a Coral Beauty. They had it in their coral tray, and yeah, they said that it's not even eaten anything, it's not nipped at anything. So you know what, I was really contemplating getting that, but then they said, well, we'll have to catch it, and it was just an absolute faff. So in the end, I just said, you know what, let's just leave it for now, and we'll see. But if it's there in the next week or so, I might go back and get it myself, to be fair. So yeah, fingers crossed, all going well, everything survives, and like I said, thrives. That's the main thing in this hobby. That's what we all strive to achieve. And yeah, fingers crossed, like I said, everything will take off. But once again, guys, really appreciate your following, appreciate your feedback and your comments below. Like I said, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up, click the like button. It doesn't cost anything. And yeah, if you're not already subscribed, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. Like I said, it doesn't cost you anything, but it helps the channel out so much. So yeah, once again, guys, I appreciate it. And until next time, take care.